Hello and welcome to another Keto A Go Go video. As you know, I am temporarily back on the Exante products for a couple of weeks and for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I have a mountain of products that still need to be used up, and I also need to reassure my lovely wife that no, I don't think they're going to be sat there forevermore clogging up every available surface in the kitchen. Secondly, I struggled with getting into ketosis when I began the keto diet, and I wanted to investigate the reasons why I was finding it so difficult without running the risk of losing the weight loss momentum that I'd built up with the Exante diet. And nearby dog. And to a great extent, all that has proved to be the right decision. I am slowly carving my way into Porridge Mountain and the oodles of creamy Thai noodles, and another week or so should see me finish it all off, probably 2 weeks. My wife is naturally happier, although it's often difficult to know because, as you can imagine, being married to me brings about a constant state of euphoria. Anyway, there are less drawing pins on the floor on my side of the bed nowadays, and that's always a good sign. There is definitely a dog here. And anyway, my weight. I am, as of this morning, 139.7 kilos, so finally I've broken through that 140 kilo mark, this time in the right direction. Clearly there's a considerable way to go, but my intention is that I get below 130 kilos by Christmas. So that would be then a total loss of 27 kilos in total, or almost 60 pounds, or 4 stone 4 pounds if you, like me, need to convert everything back to imperial measurements anyway. And I think the next milestone after that will have to be to have lost 70 pounds, which would represent my halfway point of my journey. My birthday is 2 months into the new year, March the 2nd, for those of you who want to buy me a card. So I have plenty of time in which to reach that target still, but March the 2nd it will be. It is a long way still to go, even to that halfway point. But if I keep hitting my mark each time, and the weight loss is beginning to be noticeable to others, not just to me. I know that getting dressed in the morning no longer leaves me breathless and lightheaded. Being breathless and lightheaded simply by putting your clothes on is never a good sign. And it's an experience I don't want to revisit for another 20 years or so. Many of my clothes were beginning to get a little bit snug, and there are some which have come off the shelf recently that until recently were on that shelf waiting patiently for the time when they would fit again. Some suggested that would never come, but it did. There are, however, plenty more clothes still sat waiting patiently. As far as the future goes, I'm beginning to formulate a bit of a plan to try to combine certain elements of Exante into my diet, as long as they aren't likely to jeopardize the ketogenic diet. I'm aware that the carb levels in the Exante products are quite high, but I'm also aware that it hasn't stopped me from losing weight, as almost 18 kilograms will testify. I'm also aware that following a diet in which I'm weighing things by the gram is not going to keep me engaged for long. And so what I'm considering doing is a combination of the convenience of the Exante pre-measured grab-and-go meals and the knowledge that the RDA, the recommended daily allowance of vitamins and minerals, is included within the low-carb, medium protein, high-fat elements of the ketogenic diet, which allow for some leeway and choice in what to eat. Clearly, this will take a lot more managing than a simple reliance on Exante products, as was so simple before. But I think I'm ready for that, and the bathroom scales will help me to monitor things. If I stall, if I slow down in my attempts to lose weight, then I think I could easily revert to 100% Exante. My only problem is, what to call the YouTube channel, because Keto A Go Go and Exante Diet Expert, we're going to have to come up with some new name. Answers on a postcard, please. Now, a similar challenge faces a fellow vlogger who is moving into phase 2 of her own weight loss journey. During phase 1, which was 3 months of Exante, she had lost a phenomenal 50 pounds in weight. I think which deserves a huge round of applause. Her dietitians have trotted out, however, the same old story, the same old trope of 25% protein, 25% starchy carbs, 50% low GI carbs, plenty of fruit. Unbelievable. I think for someone that has clearly struggled without a life to monitor her food intake, this is not the way I'd be encouraging her to get back into eating real food. Particularly, she's also type 2 diabetic, so fruit is out. My suggestion would be to forego the 25% starchy carbs completely. There's no physical need for them, and the fact that she'll be getting quite a lot of carbohydrates from her 3 Exante products each day doubles down on that theory. And remember, I'm not qualified, but I'm not dumb either. I'd be encouraging her to do things like a stir fry, which would incorporate a variety of low GI vegetables with something like soy sauce and fish sauce and maybe chili infused olive oil to accompany her meat or fish. I don't really see the need to suggest that she eat rice or bread, potatoes or pasta. I know that my overeating problems have almost always included bread. It's been the chief villain in my story. I could eat half a French stick piled up with cheese and onion, and I would make it so well that I then have to go back for the other half. So bread is actually banned in our house. Neither of us eat bread anymore. I know that rice, particularly fried rice with garlic oil in it, could be wolfed down, and a bag of chips could go equally quickly, or a huge bowl of pasta with tomato sauce and Italian sausage. It would just disappear. On more than one occasion, having handed back an empty bowl to my surprised-looking wife, she looked at it and said that she expected that to last for at least 2 meals. Maybe she should have shredded some Brussels sprouts into it or something like that. That would have made it last, that's for sure. So anyway, a healthy stir fry to go with a nice piece of fish or some flash fried thinly sliced steak or some chunks of chicken. Nothing wrong with that, and a healthy hearty meal as well. The BBC have got a website, BBC Food, on which you'll find a selection or a section marked 400 calorie foods or meal recipe ideas. It also provides all the information regarding the split of protein, carbs and fats, and fibre as well, I think. I think I'd be a frequent visitor to that website, and I think I'll be cooking up a few of the recipes myself. It's difficult for us to regain control over what we eat because we've spent so long in wild abandon. Our lack of self-control, combined with the convenience and the economy of McBastards and the like, have made it difficult. But if we're going to succeed in our battle with food, we have to take control again. Nobody ever force-fed me. Nobody ever knelt on my chest and fed me cake and chips. It's me. I have to own the responsibility for what happened. So no matter how well McBastards advertise their stuff and no matter how well they disguise the toxic ingredients within, I have to own it. And if my success is going to continue, if I'm ever going to be able to enjoy food without trepidation and guilt, I'm going to need to take back control. I'm going to need to act with an understanding of the consequences of overeating or by eating the wrong things. And so my thoughts are that although I can daydream about the time when I've lost 50 and 60 kilograms, although I can daydream about how it will be to cross that finishing line, I can't do that today. But what I can do today is to take a step, one single step in that direction. I can eat well today with no thought about tomorrow or 6 months' time or a year's time. My goal for today will be to eat well today. My goal is to enjoy 2 or 3 Exante products and look forward to a well thought out evening meal, balanced and measured, which will help me towards that goal. Food is not something to be feared. Food is something to be enjoyed and savoured. It doesn't need to be something that will damage us, and we don't need to rely on a pre-produced product for each meal. We can take control and we can learn to feed ourselves with healthy and natural produce. And through it all, we can continue to lose weight and to regain our health and to take control of our lives once again. Thanks for watching. Chat soon.